Hi, this is Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches, and today this video is going to be a little chit chat and show a work in progress, something I'm thinking about frogging, and something I just made. And then I'm going to do another video. I'm going to record another one right away, and that one is going to be where I flash my stash. So if you're someone who likes, like myself, to watch other people show the yarn they have, I'm not sure why I like it, but I just like sitting there looking at it. I'll have another video. I don't think I'm going to load that one up right away. That one I might do tomorrow. So to get right down to it, today's video is about some of my works. The first thing I'm going to show is my knitted cowl. So this is like the second, no, maybe like, so I made two knitted scarves that were just plain old knit. Is that garter or something? Back and forth. That's all I did. And I made it with scarfy yarn. If you're someone that likes to make nice cozy scarves, I'm going to show you my Flash My Stash video. The scarfy yarn from Lion. So anyway, I made two of those. And I made two like triangular type shawls type scarves. So this is my fifth. This is a seed pattern. That's for you crocheters that don't knit, that's like where you alternate between knit and crochet. And it's just a cowl. You could wear it like that, or let's see how I look like this. You can twist it around and wear it around with, like, you know, your winter coat, and keeps your neck nice and warm. This yarn I got from Iris's Fine Yarn in Appleton, Wisconsin, and it's Malabrigio. Now, I did not save the label, so I'm not 100% sure what that even means anymore. I just know that it said it was Malabrigio. And I think it was $12.80 a skein, and this was one. This is what one skein made. On this side is what it looks like from where you cast off. And then on this other side, I had to incorporate a little crochet. And as you can see, I did the crab stitch. And so for those of you that don't know what that is, that's where you do a single crochet, but you do it backwards. So rather than moving to your left, poking in, pull up a loop, pull through two, you move to the right, poke through the hole, pull up a loop, pull through two. So I crab stitched on one side, and then the other's just the cast off side. So that's it. That's my cowl. Maybe I'll wear it, cover up my Packer shirt, because I'm not like a super duper Packer fan. I'm just like, oh, I live in Wisconsin, so I'll wear a Packer shirt. But I do cheer for them if they're playing, if I watch a game. My son is a Bears fan, and my husband is a Vikings fan. So any of you who watch these are from Wisconsin know that we have a house divided. Okay, so this is the project I'm working on now. It is a pineapple peacock shawl. I made this one other time. And I used this yarn, which I actually got from a private yarn shop in, I want to say Sheboygan, called Lost Sheep. This is a DK weight acrylic yarn. It's supposed to be a no-pill acrylic. I made this peacock shawl with this yarn originally, and I got it all the way done, except for because I'm such a loose crocheter, I came up short. So I was totally bummed about that. Plus, to be honest, it's a variegated yarn. So in some places where you have these really, where you have a lot of that detail, it kind of turned into like a white, a more white-ish color yarn with the pink flecks versus pink with white flecks. And so the pattern didn't show up very nice, because when you laid it out on the floor, your eye was drawn to those areas where the more whiter yarn was. So I frogged it, ripped it out, started over. I think it's almost a year now that I've now finally decided to use, and I think that lady's name is Coffee Cats or Cats Coffee. She has a YouTube channel. If you look up, it's either Coffee Cats or Cats Coffee. I can't remember now, and I'm not dyslexic, I just can't remember. Anyway, she just bought this yarn. This one is called Ocean, this plain Ocean. And this is what I'm making the shawl out of. I'm starting. This is how much I got done right here. At this point, it's just double crochets and chains. That's how far. I really love this color blue. As you can see, I think it brings out the color of my eyes. I don't know. So if I make anything for myself, I generally make it out of these colors. Again, it's super soft because it's Caron Simply Soft. The pattern is kind of difficult for me to follow. So I put it in these plastic sleeves, and then I put like a little sticky tab on here, because when you crochet this pattern, it breaks it up into multiple steps per one row. So for this section, I got a chain 5, double crochet, and then chain 2, and then in a certain spot I'm going to start doing a V-stitch, and then so they break it up into sections, because as you can see, as the pattern grows, you're going to do different stitches, and it has, different spacing. So it gets confusing to me, and this is the way I solve it. I put this marker here to kind of follow line by line what I'm doing. So this is my work in progress. I just started it. Actually, I would be a lot farther, except for the kids had violin lesson last night, and when I was at that violin lesson, which I usually knit and crochet through, the lady next to me had a lot to say, and I kept like casually holding it and going, but because this pattern is so detailed, I had to like focus on the pattern, and I didn't want to be rude. There's days when I'm chatty and nobody wants to chat with me, so I'm not as far on this as I'd like, but that is the project I'm working on. The pattern calls for, if I recall, a K hook. Now the first time I did it with an H, and this time I'm actually going to try the K hook. So we'll see how that turns out. It was a free pattern. It's pattern collections from Universal Yarn. I just feel like if you type in Pineapple Peacock Shawl, Universal Yarn, or Pineapple Peacock Shawl by Amy Gunderson, that is what you'll get. And it came out in a really nice document for printing. So that's what I'm working on there. The other one that so I don't know if any of you do this, you'll like carry a project around in a bag, and you have your work bag, and you bring it to your different knit groups or doctor's appointments or whatnot. And I ran out of yarn for this project, and I put it in a bag, and I must have like stuck it under my yarn table. And so when I was looking for a new bag to carry, I'm like, I want to switch out bags. So I was like, I found this. So this is what I'm making. It's a baby dress. This is Hobby Lobby's. I love this cotton. It's a variegated yarn. And I'm just at the point now where you're making the shells. And I think that because I'm not using a baby weight yarn, it's coming out a little big, but there's bigger kids. This can maybe fit a 1-year-old. I don't know. But the sad news is I ran out of yarn. One, because I'm not using the right kind of yarn, of course, because I'm not using the baby yarn. I'm using a worsted weighted yarn. I ran out, so then I went to Hobby Lobby, and they don't have any more of this yarn. Now, I've been looking steadily now for 6 or so months, double checking, and I think they discontinued this color. And of course, I ripped off the labels. I don't have it to like try to look on eBay to see if somebody else is selling one. This pattern is a handmade pattern, not a company pattern. I can't find the May page. This is how I do like a pattern that comes in with a lot of pages. Because I'm a teacher also, I really love school supplies. I put it in like these binder report covers. I guess it's called Raspberry Delight Dress. And I think you could Google that or look. I don't know if I got this at Ravelry. It says for a 6 to 12-month-old baby, which I would definitely agree. And the pattern is pretty easy. It consists of chains, slip stitch, double crochets, and a cluster of double crochets. So yeah, it's going pretty well, but because I can't find this yarn and it's a very specific color, I could frog just these like little shells, the start of the shell, and then I do know for sure that they have this color at Hobby Lobby, and do the skirt in that color and have a variegated top and a plain solid skirt. Or I could just rip it out and put it on the back burner and make it another time, or make it out of different yarn. I don't know. So maybe if you feel like sending me a comment, you could say frog it or make the skirt a solid color. I don't know. But that's what that is. Hobby Lobby's. I love this cotton. Super soft, nice baby dress. The start of it. And that is what I've got here. I've got my work in progress, peacock shawl, pineapple peacock, a possible frogging, and then my completed cowl, which I'm pretty excited about. Now, I should do a knitting project right away, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do. My end goal is to knit socks. I would like to have a full dresser drawer of like 20 brightly colored, fun patterned, sparkly socks. And I just don't know how far to get along, how much I need to do until I can get to a good easy sock pattern. Right now I know how to do knit, I know how to do garter, I know how to knit 2 stitches together, I know how to add an extra stitch by doing a yarn over. I think that's pretty much, I mean, this was seed stitch, and there were times where it got a little messy, where I'd look and it'd be like knit, purl, knit, knit, purl, knit, purl. And then for a while I was like, well, I know you need to knit a purl, so I was like, do I just continue with this mixed up pattern, or do I try to get back on track? So I just went with, there it is, I just went with knit and a purl and purl and a knit. Whatever it was, I did the opposite. Whether there was 2 in a row or not, I just went ahead with it. But yeah, I guess that's all. I guess this will be a short video at about 11 to 12 minutes. I am super excited because I'm very close to 50 subscribers. I think I'm like 2 off. So my goal today, because my husband's off, is to make this video, make my Flash My Stash video, and then do a special giveaway video. And that will be like the title, giveaway video, or subscriber hit. Well, I'm not hit the subscriber, but anyway, that will be where if you want to be entered into the yarn giveaway, you'll enter under that giveaway video. And whoever puts their name in there, that will be who I draw from. And then we'll figure out how to contact whoever it is that wins the yarn. And I'm going to give out some mandala cakes. Some regular mandala, Lions Brand mandala, and a baby. So that is what I got for my giveaway. I'm 2 away, so I'm hoping if I film that giveaway video today, that by the end or the beginning of next week, I'll be able to post it. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a little feedback on what you think I should do about that baby dress. And quite frankly, I'm fine with frogging it. I could always find something to do with cotton. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Happy crafting.